Value pricing is one of the most talked about yet polarizing phrases in the accounting profession. There are those of you who are doing it and you probably swear by it. There are those of you who wish you were doing it, but you're still unsure how to implement it. And there are probably even a few of you who may have tried it in the past and failed miserably and are still unsure why it didn't work. Now, there's no shortage of books on this topic, but I want to share with you why I created and wrote Pricing Value and how I believe it can literally transform the way that you show up in your engagements with your clients. And let's be clear, the way that you show up means everything. Last year, there was a study that was published titled Key Insights into the Accounting Industry. That report highlighted a really valuable statistic, and I want to share it with you. 84% of small business owners indicated that they would prefer their accountant to charge either a fixed or a value-based rate. Now, only 16% of your clients opted for time-based billing. Now, let's step back and contrast this with what you are probably doing. Roughly 85% of the revenue earned by you still comes from cost-based pricing methodologies, like hourly rates and fixed pricing, and all the compliance work that you do. Now, when it comes to the issues of value and pricing, it seems to me that most of you are still actually doing the opposite of what your clients really want. Here's what I discovered based on science and psychology.
Value pricing, right? That's the phrase that we're all familiar with, right? When you look at value pricing, and be honest, where are you drawn? Which word is the, In this sentence, where's the emphasis? Value. No, it isn't. This is the action word in this phrase, right? When you say value pricing, this qualifies pricing, doesn't it? What do you think about that? At a deeply subconscious level, you have been tricked and led down the garden path to focus 90% of your time over here. Now, call me crazy, but in the phrase value pricing, which word is more important? Yeah. Pricing? I'm glad you're here, that you're in the right place. Value is by far important, right? But what I see in the industry is everyone talking about things like, why do I need 3 packages? And how come when I did it, it didn't work? And what do I put in my packages? And everyone's asking all these pricing questions. That is the wrong question. So sometimes today, you guys are going to be saying things to me, and I'm going to be saying either, where is your focus? Or that's the wrong question. But I'm going to be pulling you up on it because it's not your fault. Everybody's been trying to do value pricing, which means that we're stuck over here. And we've made a lot of mistakes because when you're stuck in pricing, you ask really crappy questions, bad questions. You ask crazy stuff like, how do I get my client to pay more money? Right? You think, what kind of price do I have to put on my stuff in order to get the margin I want? These are bad questions, right? We're asking stuff like, all my clients are price conscious. These are things that we say to ourselves because we are focusing too much time here. So what we're going to do is something I like to call pricing value. So what that means is rather than try to find a price that you want to charge and then through the back door try to convince your client it is valuable, we're going to do something crazy. We're going to figure out what is of value to your client. We're going to spend 90% of our time over here. What is of value to your client? And then how would you go about pricing to reflect that value?
Pricing value is in fact the antidote to this common practice nightmare. It's about helping your clients to see and quantify what the cost of continuing to ignore the problems or the stuff that's keeping them up at night really is, rather than trying to package up and sell your services at a price you want and make it seem more valuable to them. Unfortunately, the reality is it's very often difficult in practice for you to figure out what is of value to your clients, how to quantify that value. What is the maximum price that each client is actually willing to pay you? How can you create value for each client and also capture a large portion of that for your own firm? And how can you communicate value in a way that's super easy for your clients to see it, grasp it, and want to say yes? That is exactly what I'm going to be covering with you in my book, Pricing Value. If you have a passion for creating value for your clients, if you care about guaranteeing the future success and value of your firm, if the idea of getting paid based on the value that you bring to the table for each engagement, if that's exciting for you, then it's definitely time for you to step up and learn how to price value. And remember, you don't have to reinvent the wheel or struggle on your own. I'd love to be part of your pricing value journey, and I invite you to become part of our Global Education and Mastermind program. To find out more, please visit us at pricingvalue.co. I look forward to seeing you there. Have a great day.